We're live here. Paul Bikes Daily Direct. We're at the Mecum auction in Vegas. We're here with Don Stockett. He's interesting story with Don is that he bought this 1972 CL350 Honda at the Mecum auction. When did you buy this, Don?
What did I buy it for?
Today?
Oh no, this was a Wednesday bike.
Wednesday
That's what
bike.
the W stands for.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wednesday lot 182.
Okay. Gotcha. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, we're Vintage Motorcycle Rescue. We do concourse level restorations of old Hondas.
Okay.
You know, generally we kind of restrict ourselves to 1968 to about 1975.
Okay.
And we do primarily CB750s
Okay.
and CL350s. And this is a fairly good example of a CL350.
You were telling me earlier that you weren't even expecting to buy a bike.
No, I wasn't going to buy any. This bike came up on the auction block, and I had looked at it because I looked at all of the old Hondas.
Right.
You know, I had looked at it, but I had decided not to buy it. But when it went up on the stage and they started bidding stopped at $2,000.
Right.
So I bid $500 more, and I got it.
Wow.
So this bike, now just looking at the bike, you can see that it has new paint.
Right.
Well, that paint job would cost me $1,200 to do.
And what color is that?
That's called Candy Panther Gold. And it's one of the colors, it's a kind of a love it or hate it color. And I think more hate it, but...
So is your passion in Hondas? Or
Hondas, my do on the dealer showroom.
okay.
In a couple of bikes, and I wanted to ride old Hondas.
Okay.
So we got these two bikes done. One of them was a CL350 that was a duplicate of the first bike I ever owned.
Okay.
And the other one was a red 1970 CB750 KO.
Okay.
And we got both of them done, and people started saying, well, you ought to show those bikes. So I got on the computer and looked up where the shows were, and there was a show in Dana Point, California called the Dana Point Concours.
Right.
They had a motorcycle division.
Right.
So I put them in the trailer and hauled them both down there.
Nice.
And in my first show, I took first and second.
No kidding.
So
yeah.
it was so much fun that we go, well, we're going to do this some more.
Yeah.
You know, let's find some more shows
Yeah.
to go to. So back on the computer, find some more shows.
Yeah.
And we just kept winning with those two bikes.
Right.
I mean, we won everywhere we went with those bikes.
That's amazing. Yeah.
And that was very unusual because it's not easy to win those shows.
Right.
You know, most guys never win.
Yeah.
And so we were looking for shows, and then after we had been to the first year's worth of shows, because the show season really only runs from May to October.
Right.
And then we spend from October to May building a new show bike.
Right.
Each year we want to have one new show bike.
Right.
Because you can't continue to go back to shows with the same bike.
Okay.
And once you've taken first place, you're never going to win again at that show.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
yeah.
that bike is pretty much that's
Yeah.
called shelf life.
Yeah. Right.
You know, you can wear a bike out showing it.
Yeah.
And then once it's won too many trophies, it really needs to be retired or ridden or sold. Brought to Mecum.
Yeah. Exactly. And this is one of the biggest shows in the U.S.
Oh,
or one of the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Okay.
Yeah. This is exclusively motorcycles.
Right.
So there's no motorcycle shows, anything like this anywhere else.
Right. Nice.
You know, I forgot how many there were, about 1,400 of them here.
Yeah. So
That's a lot of bikes.
There's a lot.
A whole lot.
Yeah.
So anyway, this 350 came up, and I've had the same bike before, but not with a new paint job that was already on it.
Right.
So that paint job would cost me $1,250 to have it done.
Yeah.
and the tank is clean. I check the tanks. There's a lot of things I do, but inspect it. And I look inside the tank. I have an LED flashlight that I take with me when I'm inspecting, so I can see the dark nooks and crannies.
Now, do you ride these bikes at all?
Well, you don't ride show bikes.
Okay.
Or you shouldn't. I actually have a couple that we have.
Yeah.
And learn to regret it.
Right. Yeah, I gotcha.
So you shouldn't ride the show bikes.
No.
If it's really a show bike, it should be not.
Okay.
But we have duplicates of our show bikes.
Okay.
That we can ride.
Right.
And if something happens to them, it doesn't really matter. You just fix it.
Right.
But
now,
this could be a show bike.
I mean, perfect condition. I mean, it looks pretty perfect to me. But a bike like this, what is that worth?
Well, I can retail this bike for $6,500.
Yeah, okay.
But I have to go through the bike. Normally, I would have to... The things that would get done to any used bike that we bought, we would basically take the thing apart. But we would leave the engine in the frame.
Okay.
And we would do any frame repairs that are necessary. And any parts that need refinishing, we would refinish them.
Right.
We do our own plating,
except
for chrome. We don't do chrome.
Okay.
And we have to send that out. But mostly we don't have stuff chromed. We buy new old stock parts.
Right.
So this exhaust system, I have half a dozen of those that are new old stock. That whole system.
Wow.
And then I've got about 20 more that are used units that are good enough for a riding bike.
Exactly.
Or a bike like this that is just going to be ridden.
So how many bikes do you have like this in your collection?
Well, in the shop right now there's 22 bikes.
Okay.
And then we have 4 10 by 20 foot storage units full of bikes.
Okay.
So people give us bikes.
Wow.
And because they know that we don't part bikes out, and a lot of these people have owned these bikes for a long time.
Right.
And they don't want to see the bike cafe racer.
Right.
And they don't want it parted out for the money. Because the truth is, the parts are worth more than the bike as a whole.
Right.
If I started selling this stuff, I could get $5,000 for the
just
parts.
in parts. Yeah, exactly.
And I'll sell it for $65 when it's done.
Right.
But normally I would have to put new tires and brakes, a chain, new cable.
Yeah.
Either replace or fix the seat, put a new battery in it, new spark plugs, repair or replace the exhaust.
Right.
There's put a new chain on it. There's a lot of things you have to do because we won't sell a bike that's not safe to ride. So all of the wear parts are replaced.
So this one's going back, and you're going to be selling this bike?
I will. Yes, I'll be selling this bike.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any plans to keep the bike.
Okay.
I didn't plan on buying it.
Yeah, right.
I didn't come here to buy it.
Yeah.
So I just couldn't let it go for $2,000.
Right.
Because I look at this, and it's almost $2,000 for the new tires and the paint set.
Right.
So I've really just invested in parts to put back on the bike. And it's really not in bad shape. I mean, some of it, like, you see the chrome here?
Yes.
This chrome is pitted and worn.
Okay.
And this cap right here is $100 piece.
Yeah.
But if you can find it, there's new old stock ones out there.
Yeah.
And so that would just be replaced. And you would replace the screws that are holding it in because those are rusted.
Yeah, right.
So it's an aesthetic kind of thing. You want it all to look good enough that someone would be attracted to it.
Exactly.
And we don't leave any rust on a bike anywhere.
Right.
So by the time we sell it, if there was any rust on it, there isn't when we sell it. And we respray the frames. We actually use primer. Unlike Honda, who sprayed directly onto the bare metal. Yeah. And we don't powder coat anything because Honda never powder coated anything.
Yeah, right.
It's all done in blacking.
Right.
And I have new instruments for this bike in the NOS boxes.
Right.
I can put those on. Those are they run about $150 each.
So this one has 9,000 miles on it?
Yeah, 9,500.
Okay.
And looking at the bike, just evaluating everything on it and the condition of everything, I can tell that that's accurate.
Yeah.
A lot of bikes claim low mileage. They're not.
Right.
I mean, if you really know what you're looking at,
right,
you can pick up things that are wrong for a bike with 300 miles on it.
Right.
Especially with an LED light. LED is very revealing.
Yeah. Right. Now this one's heading back to California with you.
Yes.
Is Daily Direct taking it there for you?
Well, this time, normally I always use Daily Direct.
Okay.
But this time, since I was bringing a bike to sell,
okay,
I had to drive here and pull a trailer.
Yeah.
But I usually am not a seller.
Right.
You know,
okay.
Not at auction.
Right.
I sell privately all the time.
I got you.
Auction prices are lower.
Yeah.
Generally. So.
Yeah. Right.
But no, I don't. I use nobody but Hall bikes.
Yeah.
You know, I had.
They have great service.
Well, not only is it great service, but the equipment is the best equipment.
And the drivers too.
The drivers are motorcyclists.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're handling a motorcycle and they know what they're doing.
Exactly.
They don't. I'm sure it happens, but extremely rarely they would drop a bike for some reason. But I'm sure I've never had them damage a bike ever.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and I've been dealing with them for 8 years.
Yeah.
So it's like
that's awesome.
And I recommend them because most of the bikes that we restore come from either out of state or out of the country.
Right.
And they're shipped to us. So now you guys don't go to Canada, which I wish you did.
Yeah.
But I've had bikes come here. I have one in the shop right now from the Bronx, New York.
Okay.
That I'm redoing.
Okay.
And I have another one from Ohio in the shop. And both of those bikes used Hall bikes because I told them to.
Yeah.
You know, they never know.
Yeah,
you don't know unless you get good advice.
Exactly. Right.
And if I'm recommending Hall bikes, I know I'm not steering them to somebody who's going to damage their bike.
Exactly. Yeah, they're taking care of their baby.
That bike is going to get there. It's not going to be damaged. And what's even more important to me, because I'm not paying the cost of doing it.
Right.
They are. So I want them to get good service, which I know I'm going to get.
Right.
You know, because I know how the communications work. And then also, when the bike is fully restored, now he's got a lot of money in that bike.
Exactly.
And a lot of those parts are not replaceable.
Right.
Totally unreplaceable. I have the only one of those in the world.
Yep. Absolutely.
And it's on that bike.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to entrust that to some U-Haul shipper with an open pickup truck.
Exactly.
So Hall bikes is the only way that things are going home.
Yeah.
And
they take care of it.
The customer sets it all up. You know, I'm not involved in the contract with U-Haul.
Right.
I'm sorry.
In Daily Direct, Hall bikes.
Yeah. Yep. I'm not involved. I don't get involved in that.
Right.
But I do tell them don't use anybody else.
Yeah.
Because I trust these people. They've been good service for as long as I've known them.
Yeah.
It includes insurance.
Right.
That you don't have to worry. You don't have to do anything to the bike. You don't have to remove the battery, disconnect it, take the fuel out. You don't have to do anything. And when they meet the guy.
When they show up to your house, how do they just? Are you live in an area where the big semi truck can get into, or how does that work?
If they like the Bronx, New York.
Yeah.
Okay. Hall bikes doesn't go to the Bronx. In fact, you don't go to any of the 5 boroughs.
Right.
They have to take the bike outside of that area so that you can pick it up.
To a Harley Davidson dealer or something like that, or a different location.
I always recommend a Walmart parking lot.
Okay.
So the bike I'm working on right now, was he took it to a Walmart parking lot in New Jersey.
Okay.
And met the Hall bikes truck.
Awesome.
And that worked out just fine.
Exactly.
And I know in my mind, I know how easy it is for a big truck to go to a Walmart parking lot.
Yeah, it's easy.
It's real easy. You know,
it's
not going to be a problem.
Yeah.
So that's how we do it.
Yeah.
And when that bike goes back, it's going to be about June 1st.
Yeah.
We'll have it done
Right.
and ready to go back.
Yeah.
I promised him I'd get it back to him to ride for the summer.
Right.
So
That sounds good.
and it'll go back on haul bikes.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to worry about it getting damaged. It has a brand new factory in the box fuel tank and side cover set on it. Well, there's not another one in the world, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not going to trust that to anybody but haul bikes.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
If it gets dented, we're screwed.
Right. Well, you know what, Don, I appreciate the interview. This has been awesome.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And definitely congratulations on the Honda, because that's a steal for that price.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't want to really buy it because I already have 8 of these in my shop.
Yeah.
It's not like I needed another one.
Right.
But I can't let a good bike go for $2,000.